while I'm going to also bring C. Okay, hoping, so that's it. Cut a much of a trend, the 1 hour time frame. And also if you look at the trend, the 1 hour time frame, and also if you look at CHF JPY or CHF as the daily time frame, a lot of factors that's CHF as the daily time frame, a lot of factors that's surrounds it, and definitely it's on the upper majorly. And for CHF JPY, definitely it's on the upper majorly. And for CHF JPY, look at the retracement. Maybe that will also help. Just one feet. Okay. I just let me now. If you look at this, okay. If you look at the current stop and reverse, I always call it support and reverse. It's the same thing. It could be support and resistance, and it could be stop and reverse. Anything, anyone. All right. Now look at the level here at 1.78557. Okay, now that is just an exact point where this happened. Why? Price came, got here, underneath it, then made a little pullback, then again went back and broke it. Then it now used the stop and reverse as a support, okay, before it now started going on. Now another thing that I'm also going to look at here is that if this move downward has finished, let's look at it from the 4 hour. We are actually on an uptrend. Okay, now going back to the 4 hour, now look, if this move has ended, it's definitely going to be which means this is the midpoint of the stop and reverse, this point and also this one. Now this is actually a midpoint here. Okay, let's just, okay, this is actually a likelihood, this is a midpoint. Now price getting here, if this move had ended here, then we should be expecting a continuation. Okay, that's a bullish continuation. Now looking at it like this, originally today I still Australian euro is still a little bit has a smaller index than the Australian. The Australian dollar is just a little bit more higher, with index wise. That's what I'm saying, than the euro. But I'm saying that there's a possibility that there will be momentum, there will be volatility. Momentum is going to gather, and there's going to be plenty of volatility, that will move the price in possibly the positive in the bullish direction. Okay, and if that happens, definitely I am currently still in the negative. I'm currently still negative on the bullish market, and I think I just took the trade not quite long. So if this happens, it's definitely going to take price up until today is Friday. All right, now that is that. I'm going to look, it's already building up a zone here, breakout to possibly to the upside. But if it goes whichever way, but I'm hoping it's going to go in the direction that it has already established itself with. Now look at that the market, or the price itself, that the market price has, what's market price actually doing around support areas, demand areas, supply areas, and all of that. Okay, and where liquidity is actually also gathering. So that's about that. Another one is GBP CHF. Okay, now GBP CHF this morning was actually a sell, and I know you would ask me, why would I sell from this point? That's where the market is. That's what my analysis is based upon. Okay, to analyze that we are on a downtrend. The price is or has been on a downtrend all through. So if I see the market flow, the market volume, the market momentum, the market strength, the index of each currency pairs, if I see all aligned together, definitely I will go in that direction. And all aligning together means, you know, if everything is actually going to align together, it's here that I'll get the results, from. Okay, it's actually here. But the intraday mover moves with a 1 hour time frame. Okay, so it's so very fast that it allows me to see how the top moving pair, okay, and also the currency strength moves with a daily time frame. So sometimes I combine the two together. Okay, yes, I combine the two together. So if and this combines, if price here, for instance, GBP USD and GBP USD, this is faster than this. If two combines, then it is so easy, becomes so easy that I quickly go and check me with my decision. Use some institutional grade factors and functions and logic. Okay, and I think that has helped, in its own little way to help me to understand how and why. Okay, these big boys, how they think. Okay, understand how to think. So all those things is what I made it so small that it can only be for my eyes. The multi-time frame. What method or what approach of trading do you really want to talk about? Really want to talk about quantitative? Anything you want to mention, it's here. Okay, I just order flow, order block. Those looking for liquidity pool, liquidity sweep. Everything. I'm just trying to, smart SMC and all of that. People were just like, okay, I was just like, okay, let me, look at how all these people think. What do they see in all of these things? And this together, this is one version. I think there are still other, versions, that are available. I may not, bring it up in the few people we have around us. All right, so we move on. So I hope GBP CHF goes in the purported direction. If I was, up early, I could have gotten about 29 pips because I saw the initial, take where I should have taken the very first trade. That's also, and there is US dollar CHF. Now for this, let me use the old-fashioned way for me. Let me use I wouldn't want to call it the old-fashioned way. The conventional, way, putting it up a trend line, which a lot of traders still hold so very dear, and it works for them. Okay, now if price breaks above here, definitely this structure has been destroyed. Okay, so this is a sell order. All right, and I am just going to hold, and if it goes against me and it touches here, after this stop and reverse, I am going, and I am not just trading. Okay, so that is, that's about this. Let's also look at it from the bigger picture. We have had a lot of consolidations, and price has built a zone. Okay, USD CHF has built a zone. Now this is it, and I'm going to put it here. Okay, now we have this top, we have this bottom. Okay, now this is good. So this is what we have. This is the top, this is the bottom I choose, or the high and the low that I choose. This is actually a sell order, and this is a 1 hour time frame. Okay, now two things are always involved. Two things are always involved. It's either you buy, you sell, you win, or you lose. Okay, it's either it is up, market goes up, or market comes down. Look at false breakouts that could have taken most of our trades out if we had entered from here or here. Okay, and one has just got to wait until you get a proper confirmation, and that is what we got here. And it doesn't matter, I'm not gonna call it, it's not sniper though, okay, but just getting to moving where and when it's necessary at the right and appropriate place, whereby even if it goes against you, or market or price moves against your entry, against your direction, the direction or the trade direction, you're still comfortable that you did the right thing. Okay, so it's actually currently still forming a zone or so in the smaller time frame, which is the 15-minute time frame that I always use for entry. Okay, sometimes I use 5 minutes, okay, and sometimes I do go down to the 1 minute time frame, but 15 is the custom time time frame for my entry. Okay, now look at it here. I've just drawn this. So if price breaks this, I'm still going to hold this. If it breaks this level here, like here, okay, I think I should draw it properly. All right. Okay, so if price breaks this point here, I am also still going to wait for another one here. Okay, this is going to be an area where I'm going to exit the market if price goes against me. So any price close, if price closes above here, then it's going to be my exit point. But if it goes in my direction, definitely I'm going to give it a free flow. Okay, yes, I'm going to give it a free flow to about 0.7917, and also maybe possibly to 0.7870. That's about 100 pips plus. That is if it goes, and if it doesn't, I already told you what I was going to do. Okay, so let's look at the big boy, Mr. Gold. I've not really gotten an alert based on this. I think we had gold twice, and that was earlier today. That's earlier today around 7:28, and this is just about almost 2.5 hours. So gold said buy, and yeah, maybe a little it did bought. Okay, so let's see 7:28. Yeah, it did bought a little bit. It bought a little bit. So how many trades have I got? I've got this buy order, this order. I've got GBP CHF, which is a sell order. I've got GBP USD.
Pro FX alert.
We'll talk about it. Look at the CHF JPY. We are still bullish, very much bullish. The Euro AUD is just entering into the profit area of the buy order, and the GBP CHF is in the negative area of the sell order, and the US dollar CHF is also in the negative area of the sell order. So let's for more. Let's hope that we are gonna get more. Okay, we just got some new ones. We have Euro card, we have Euro GBP. So Euro is taking more of now let's look at Euro, GBP, Euro and card. Okay, so which makes it very Euro card, Euro GBP, they both have buy orders. So I think I can put that in irrespective. I'm going to buy Euro card and also Euro GBP. Okay, look at it from the 1 hour. I'm thinking it's just breaking out. So even though it's going to, there's possibility that this price might still do a little retracement or a pullback. It's also a good place to buy from, but we will wait a little bit, to see if we can get a pullback, and if we don't, we cannot risk. We cannot risk it all.
Pro FX alert. ROFX alert.
Okay, the HFJPY, like I said earlier on, that we have already, which is an already established bullish, move, is currently, in some pips, not just much, just about 10 pips. Just hope it goes, way higher. And AUD is still gathering momentum. Euro card, okay, now the out of all the five, I guess 5-6 trades we have for this morning, CHFJPY, which is an already established trade, is on the upside, into profit, and it's, although an already established trade, oh sorry, an already established bullish trade or momentum, so to say. And also there is AUD card. AUD card is just gathering momentum to break out of this session that it currently is. Then we have Euro card, which is also a buy. So all the three I've mentioned are buy orders. This is also in the profit area of the buy order. Then there is GBP which is not in the profit area of the sell order, so we're currently negative on GBP. Then there is US dollar CHF, which we are also intending to sell, and currently on the negative area of the sell order, and we hope it gives us that profit vibe, okay, a positive vibe, so to say. Then also there is XAU USD, which is gold has been bullish for days, for a few hours since yesterday, and we're just hoping that it breaks out of this zone where it currently is. Let me draw. Okay, I'm going to use this, and also I'm going to use this. All right, so we hope gold breaks out of this zone that it currently is, and if it does that, we should be looking at plenty of enough of profits from buying gold. This is actually on a this is daily, this is on a 4-hour time frame, although what I'm saying on the daily is quite different, okay, but yeah, it's intending to go up, and if let it just do that and give traders what they want, and that is the profit. All right, so that's what we have for now. We still keep ourselves posted.
Micro FX alert.